Alright guys, we got some more Boruto time skip news, and based on what we're seeing here, Boruto has a new design and it looks really good. It looks fire. I'm just gonna say it looks fire. Now as you guys know, we kinda analyze things at a deeper level in some sense on this channel, right? So looking at this design for Boruto, what's the first thing you guys noticed? Well, for me it's the fact that Boruto is not wearing Sasuke's jacket. Yes, that part is very interesting. Now this doesn't mean that Sasuke doesn't die post time skip, right? It could still happen, but at this point in time Boruto is not using Sasuke's clothing, so it's really either one of two things. So either Sasuke lives, so Kishimoto, being the biggest Sasuke fanboy you can find, decided to like change the story so Sasuke lives, right? That could be a possibility. Or it's kind of a misdirection, because I could see a case where they're seeing all these theories saying that Sasuke is dead post time skip because Boruto has his sword and Boruto has his jacket and all that jazz, so they're gonna like misdirect the audience into thinking that that's not the case by giving Boruto a different drip. And this isn't really contradictory, because there was an interview done prior to this where I think it was either Kishimoto or Kodachi said that a lot of things might change post time skip, so we can't really rely on what they showed us in the time skip preview in chapter 1. So it could be a case where this is what it was referring to, Boruto gets a different design, but that also doesn't mean that Sasuke doesn't die as well. It just means that Boruto is not wearing Sasuke's clothing, okay? So I just wanted to clarify that, because as I said, you know, I like to theorize and all that jazz, but based on what we're seeing here, the first thing that came to mind was Boruto not wearing Sasuke's clothing. And also something I find interesting is that the sword also looks very different. It looks similar in some ways, but the color is different, and it could be an effect of the poster itself, because I made this post on Twitter where I said that I hope this is official, because it could be a case where Ikimoto is just having fun, because he does this a lot with the covers of Boruto. So sometimes in the manga we'll get different designs and different color schemes for each character, but that doesn't change what they look like in the actual manga itself. So I'm seeing that this might be the case here, but based on what Abdul is saying, this seems to be the official October release issue cover in V-Jump's magazine, right? And it's saying that this is the first look at Boruto's time skip design. So I think this is official, right? So I think you guys can take this as official. So I think this might be his design, and I think it looks really good. Now just to point out the specific differences themselves, you see that Boruto in the original time skip design has this gray undershirt, but in this design he has a white shirt that appears to be very similar to the shirt Code is wearing, although Code looks very much like a vampire. So I'm seeing a trend here where Ikimoto is kind of keeping this like more sleek design for each character. We saw this with Sarada earlier this month, or I think it was last month, and then we're seeing this with Boruto as well, and it's the same for Code. Now it does seem like Boruto is wearing 2 layers of clothing, so it seems like he has like an under jacket and with like a cloak above that jacket. So that seems to be the case here as well, along with the white undershirt. And what I love about Ikimoto's designs is the additional belts that he puts on around Boruto. This is also here for the original design as well, but it looks like he added another layer of belts. For some reason, like, Ikimoto just loves belts, bro. But it does really look good, and it adds like a unique design to the characters. I'm sorry that it isn't really translated over to the anime, because of course it would be like a lot of work to animate belts that are not necessary. So the anime tends to like simplify the designs of the characters to make it easier on the animators, which I understand totally. So we can just enjoy like the full design itself as it's supposed to be in the manga. So I really love this. And another thing that I've noticed is that Boruto's hair looks very different. This dude looks like he's in like a Super Saiyan form or something. Like his hair is like standing upwards and all that jazz, and he has like the 2 things hanging over at the front. Now it is similar to the prior design because it has that effect as well. It's just more pronounced here. Now if we zoom in on Boruto's clothing here, he seems to be wearing this like Uzumaki chain, or at least it seems that way because it has like the swirls going around, but it might be something else. If you look more over to the left, it seems to be like the leaf headband sign, so that might be what he's wearing there. And then the other necklace, of course, which is what he had before. So that appears to be all there is to it, but it looks really good. I'm looking forward to it. I think it returns on August 20th, so of course we're gonna have more things to talk about when that drops. So until then, peace out.